Morning, everyone. This is Pastor Kevin with Faith Unfiltered. Can we be real for a minute? How many of us feel the pressure to play it safe, to keep our faith quiet, to not make waves, to just be a nice person and hope that that's enough? But what if I told you that the heart of the Christian faith is not about playing it safe? It's about being committed, my friends. All in, no matter what. See, the Apostle Paul kind of got this. In Romans chapter 8, he's listing these incredible promises that we are more than conquerors, that nothing can separate us from the love of God. And that's pretty awesome stuff. But then right in the middle of this epic chapter, he drops this jarring ancient quote from Psalms 44. He says this in Romans 8:36. As it is written, for your sake, we face death all day long. We are considered as sheep to be slaughtered. You're like, wait, what? No. Sheep to be slaughtered, that doesn't sound like a winning life. That sounds dangerous. That sounds like loss. That sounds like the exact opposite of comfortable. That's the opposite of the successful life that we're often sold in this world. But my friends, that's the point. See, Paul is showing us the true cost of what commitment is. The early Christians really understood this. For their faith, they were going to face ridicule. They faced rejection, poverty, and sometimes even death every single day of their lives. Their commitment to Christ made them targets. And for most of us, our faith is not going to cost us a physical death. It might cost the death of our reputation, but are you willing to be seen as weird for talking about Jesus? I mean, it might be the death of comfortable silence. Are you willing to speak up for what's right, even when it's not popular? That may be the death of our time and comfort, choosing to serve instead of being served in this world. See, this verse is not a downer, my friends. It's not a bad thing. It's a reality check that unlocks our freedom. When you realize that the worst the world can throw at you is ridicule, its rejection, has already been accounted for by God's love, you become fearless, my friends. See, if our greatest fear is being a sheep for the slaughter, and Jesus already conquered the slaughter itself through his resurrection, then what do we have left to be afraid of? So I got a challenge for you. Stop playing it safe, my friends. Live with a commitment that shocks the world obsessed with self-preservation. Be boldly generous when others are greedy. Be relentlessly kind when others are cynical. Be unapologetically joyful when others are complaining. Share your hope in Christ, my friends. Not because it's easy, because it's true. See, the world sees a sheep to be slaughtered. God sees a conqueror, armed with a love that death itself cannot defeat. So let's start living like it. What's one way you can live boldly for Christ this week, my friends? Drop it in the comments. Let's do this. Have a blessed day.